Hello and welcome to the National Mini Moto Road Racing Championship here at the popular circuit of Wilton Mill.
Welcome race fans to another exciting round of the National Mini Bike Road Race Championship. With packed out grids, it's the UK's top series, with riders of all ages battling it out in this fun, fast and furious series. Join us as we look at highlights from round 7 at Wilton Mill.
Hi, so I'm here with Adam Hartgrove. Adam, how are you getting on today? Because I hear this is your first race.
Yeah, I'm doing okay. I qualified second on the mini GP70s, and I got a junior production qualifying coming up next.
That must feel amazing to have come into your first race and qualified second. So I guess you're liking the track conditions?
Yeah, all the wet.
Well, welcome viewers. The first race we're going to see here at Wilton Mill is the Minimoto Junior Productions. I'm joined here with Alan Lord as well. He's going to give you a bit of a background to the classes as we see them. Well, racing up towards us, it looks like it's going to be 226. Adam Hartgrove there leading the charge. Alderson there in second place. Brandon Payne also in the mix. Joe Onley, Tom Stevens, Franco Bourne, Ross Maguire there, Alex Latham, Josh Hyatt. But it is Adam Hartgrove, 226, your race leader, James Alderson, the rider that we've seen in previous rounds, and that's all. Brandon Payne in third place, tucking in right behind them now, leading three, pulling away from the rest of the pack already. So we're going to turn to Alan now, just give us a bit of information. Junior production, just tell us a little about the machines and the ages of these riders, Alan.
Yeah, Paul, these are the junior production class mini motos. In the mini moto juniors we run two, the air-cooled class and the junior production. This one, the junior production, is a water-cooled 40cc two-stroke engine from ages to 6 to 14. As you can see, these are the faster of the two classes, the production class, because they're slightly higher tuned, and with the water cooling allows them to rev that a little bit higher.
And one thing we've noticed, I mean, you had very good grids at the beginning of the season, but absolutely packed out now. So this series is really taken off for you, Alan.
Yeah, I mean, at this particular round, the round 7, we've got 203 entries, which is massive.
And great action as well we're getting through here as well. As again, our camera's following the battle now. Adam Hartgrove, 226, being pressurised by 19 Alderson. 23 Brandon Payne in third, Joe Onley in fourth position, Tom Stevens in fifth position, Franco Bourne in sixth. Again, quite a bit of a gap there, but Alderson is really putting the pressure on, having a look down the inside. But Hartgrove just got the better line there, just slamming the door in his face. Alderson just can't find a way past. Great racing here. So Alderson really has got his work cut out at the moment. We are coming towards the closing stage of this one as well. Brandon Payne and Joe Onley in third and fourth position. And they're getting very stretched out now because Alderson and Adam Hartgrove, their battle is really taking them away from the rest of the field. And it looks like Alderson is going to make a move again down the inside. Is he going to make it stick? So James Alderson, number 19, takes the lead away from Adam Hartgrove. Great bit of riding there. Well, he was really using his brain. He was looking for any line possible, and he's finally found that gap there. So Alderson, your new race leader, Brandon Payne, 23, just going through. Joe Onley just coming down. Oh, and Hartgrove has got him back as they go through, but it looks like Alderson just got the better line. Breathtaking stuff as they come round towards us, and it is going to go right to the wire on this one. Alderson just holding it. Is it going to be checkers this time? And it's going to be Alderson at the checkers. Hartgrove will take second. Brandon Payne will take third.
Hi, so I'm here with Adrian Arnold. Adrian, how did you get on at the last round? I hear you had a bit of bad luck.
Yeah, the first race, the weather was a bit intermediate, so halfway through the race it started raining and I was on slick tyres. So I lost the front and everybody went past me and I was at the back of the grid. So I had to work very hard to get in. By the end of the race I got back into fourth place, which I was very happy with. Then the second race it started raining again, but I managed to get back into second place. But I was happy with that, and hopefully this round I can push very hard to try and win it.
So now underway with the Minimoto Senior Air Course. So this is adults on the small Minimoto machines. Down towards the first turn they go. Looking for number 30, Adrian Arnold. It looked like your early race leader. Certainly is in the distinctive black and fluorescent overalls, I was going to say then, riding gear. Richard Spears there in second place, Don Breeze in third position. Now, obviously, we've just seen the youth riders on the small mini motor machines. Just tell us a little bit about what these adults are riding now.
Well, these are very similar machines, Paul. These are the air-cooled class. As I said before, we do a junior and senior class, and both of them have an air-cooled class and a production class. This is the air-cooled class for the seniors. The bikes themselves are not that much bigger than the junior ones. These are 40cc two-stroke, but these are air-cooled, not water-cooled, so they're not quite as fast as the production classes.
Our camera position there, they're certainly zipping past there. Well, number 30, Adrian Arnold, still our race leader. Richard Spears there in second place, and Don Breeze in third position. Not far, actually no, there he is. Will Howarth is making the move. I think he just took about 2 positions there, battling away with Mark Payne, Craig Tees, Rob Petit, Scott Hughes there, Steve King, Andy Whedon's just Scott Jewett out there as well, Nick Bennett, Graham Roberts, Jamie Diss, Paul Nichols. But the battle is raging at the moment. Richard Spears, we've seen him have some quite a tally of wins, and you can see him, he's really tucking in there, trying to find that line through. And difference in the riding styles as well there, because I mean, we see Adrian Arnold, he's got his knees out all the way around it, but Richard Spears, he really tucks himself in.
Yeah, I think with the bigger lads, this is the key to these little bikes, because they've got minimum power. If you can get yourself tucked in and get your knees in, elbows in, head down, get a bit more aerodynamic, as you can see Richard there, it really does help.
And you can see Howarth is on the move as well, just as they went past our camera position there. Richard Spears going very wide. Is it going to slingshot him down? No, Arnold got the better line down towards that turn, but Richard Spears carrying a lot of momentum there. Hard to tell with our camera angle there as they go through. So Richard Spears climbing all over the rear wheel of Adrian Arnold. I think we've still got Don Breeze in third position at the moment, but Will Howarth is certainly on the charge. There's Don Breeze. Howarth now up into fourth. Well, we saw him charging up the field. Also up there, Mark Payne, Craig Tees, Rob Petit, Scott Hughes, Steve King, Andy Whedon. That rounds out your top 10. But the two that we're really watching at the moment over the halfway stage, Richard Spears and Adrian Arnold having an absolute battle royal, and Richard Spears looks like he's gone through on the inside. So Richard Spears takes the lead away from Adrian Arnold. Don Breeze coming through in third. Will Howarth going through there. Then the rest of the gaggle of riders just coming through. And quite windy conditions. If you look to the top of the screen there, the flag is really blowing along. But these guys absolutely zipping past that camera there. Oh, and it looks like a bit of a problem there for Richard Spears. One hand off the handlebars there as he went through. But it seems to be okay now as he goes through. So Richard Spears and Adrian Arnold. Well, Richard Spears, your new race leader, but Arnold not letting him get away, and it looks like Howarth has really closed down onto the back wheel of Don Breeze, number 19. So the battle on for third, and Adrian Arnold has taken the lead away as they came back up into view. So Adrian Arnold, number 30, takes that lead away from Richard Spears, and Richard Spears having a look down on the inside, but Arnold got the better line there as they come through. And Richard Spears down again, that's where he took him on the previous lap. And we are coming towards the closing stages on this one as well. Arnold trying to look down on the inside. Here's that battle. Howarth now up into third. Don Breeze into fourth. Mark Payne and Craig Tees battling away a little bit further back with Rob Petit and Scott Hughes, Steve King and Andy Whedon. That's the top 10 going through. But Adrian Arnold, here he comes, and Richard Spears bouncing up and down on that bike, trying to get that drive, but they're coming down. Is it going to be the checkers this time? As they go through, and at the checkers, Adrian Arnold will take the win, Richard Spears will take second, and Will Howarth will take third.
Oh yeah, so I'm here with Abs. Abs, how did you get on at the last round?
Well, last round it wasn't amazing, but this round I'm feeling it's a bit better because the grip's a bit better on the bike, and but there still is a couple of quicker corners.
So away we go then, a huge grid blasting off. We're back with the Minimoto machines. This is the Minimoto Junior 4.2s, 22 Ross Maguire leading the charge as they all disappear out of our sight. Now, Alan, we've seen the Minimotos earlier. Now, what's the difference with this class that we're looking at?
Well, Paul, that was the junior production class. This is a junior 4.2 air-cooled class. Same size bikes, same CC engine, but these are air-cooled, which means they don't quite rev as high and don't have the same output or performance levels. Quite a few of the riders ride in both classes. This is by far our biggest junior Minimoto grid, the 4.2s. I think there's about 23 out there at the moment, which proves that it's really starting to take off.
Very impressive looking grid as well as they go through. Second place now, Ross Maguire has dropped down into seconds. Casey O'Gorman, number 7, has taken the lead away. 26 Will Lathrop going through. Callum Wybrow, number 46, in 4th. Also out there, we're looking for riders such as 76 Elliot Pinson, Jay Copper, Franco Bourne, Josh Hyatt, Jake Clark, Alex Latham, Jack Hart, Zach Hale going through there. Cameron Hall, Oscar Pinson. As I say, a big grid out there as the riders disappear into the view. Now, a lot of the viewers, we've been watching a couple of the other classes as well. It's very impressive looking. We've already discussed that some of the mini motorbike bikes are coming up to 70 mile an hour, and very impressive racing from the pit bikes. It's also a very easily accessible form of motorsport. How do people get involved, and what would the costs be with this?
Yeah, Paul, it is. It's very cost effective. I mean, an entry for one class on a grid is £59.95, which, let's face it, really in televised motorsport now that's peanuts. We try to keep it as cost effective as possible. We're introducing dynos to make sure that it's not checkbook racing, so that you know that the guy next to you is racing on a similar equipment to you are. The best way to get involved is to go on the website www.nmrrc.co.uk. Have a look on there. There's all the races, some videos up there as well. There's also a how to get started page, which will show you everything you need to know.
What's the age range across this class?
The age group on this at the moment is 6 to 14. Little Casey there is 6, and I think some of the older riders, such as Abs Thomas and Co, are around 14. Obviously, there's a big, in some cases, size difference between the riders as well, so that's something we're looking at for the future to try and make it even it out a bit. We've also got a lot of people, a lot of big companies coming on to try and help us push on.
Literally, thanks for that, Alan. Literally, as we speak, is it going to be checkers this time? Casey O'Gorman just takes the win there.
So let's have a chat with a few of the junior gearbox riders. How did you get on in your qualification this morning?
I think all right. 14th isn't bad, but I reckon I can make up a few places in the race.
Are you enjoying the track?
Yeah, it's a wonderful track.
Brilliant. Let's go and see who else we can speak to. Hi there, what's your name?
Cameron Hall.
And how are you getting on today?
I'm doing all right. I did really well in qualifying because there's a lot on grid, and I qualified 11th, and I bet my friend.
So do you like the condition of the track and the weather today?
Yeah.
Lovely. Thank you very much. Who else have we got? Okay. Hi there. What's your name?
Sam Jones.
And how have you got on today? Are you enjoying the day?
Yeah, I did quite well in practice, but in qualifying I didn't do very well.
What happened?
I just wasn't.
You wasn't feeling it?
I just wasn't feeling it in qualifying.
So what are you going to do in the race? You've got any
Just push
predictions?
as hard as I can.
That sounds good to me. And who else have we got? Have a quick chat over here. Hi there, what's your name?
Will Lathrop.
And how are you getting on?
I'm good. I'm getting. It's all right. I qualified 5th.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah, it's all right, but I could have done better.
Oh, so you're hoping to do a bit better than 5th in the next race? Where are you hoping to get?
About 3rd or 4th.
That's good. And you're enjoying the track?
Yeah.
What about the weather? Is it the type of weather you like to ride in?
I don't mind. I don't mind whatsoever. As long as I'm getting a good position, I don't mind.
Well, good luck. Who else have we got? Let's go over here. So, what's your name?
Charlie Atkins.
And you're enjoying everything today?
Yeah, bike's being well and I'm liking it.
How much do you like racing? Is it the best thing in the world?
Yeah, I'd choose it over anything else.
What are you expecting to get then?
Hopefully in the top 3.
Yep.
I hope I don't crash.
Oh, I hope you don't crash too. And let's carry on. What's your name?
Brendan Payne.
How are you getting on?
I'm doing okay.
Okay, so do you like the track?
Yeah.
Have you had a good weekend so far?
Yeah, pretty good.
And how have you been, tell me more about it. How have you been getting on? Have you been happy with the bike? Has it been performing well for you?
Yeah, it's been performing okay. The seat unit came off, so
I see.
Should be okay.
So you've had a little bit of bad luck?
Yeah.
Okay, well, wish you the best of luck in the next race. And let's move down the grid to our next riders. How have you been getting on and what's your name?
My name's James Alderson. I've put the bike on pole in qualifying, so...
I bet you're pretty happy with that then.
Yeah, really happy. I mean, I didn't think that I would in this race, so...
And you're expecting to carry it on?
Yeah, hopefully I can carry on throughout the race and, well, just stick with the top 3, so...
How are you feeling? Physically fit?
Yeah, quite fit. Yeah, just being able to manhandle the bike around the corners and down the straights and stuff for the power it is.
So it's heating up quite a lot. The weather's getting hotter. Do you like this type of condition?
Yeah, this condition's better because you can grip to the track better. It's better than the wet where you're slipping off, so hopefully it should be a good race.
Brilliant. Best of luck.
So straight off the line, away we go. The next class we're looking at is the junior gearbox class. Adam Hartgrove, 226 that we saw in our junior production class. Again at the front of the field. Also looking for number 9, Charlie Atkins, James Alderson, number 19, Charlie Huron's 119, Will Lathrop, 26, and Brandon Payne as the rest of the field come through. Now, Alan, we've obviously just been looking at the mini moto classes, but this really is looking like traditional road racing with these guys.
Yeah, well, this is a junior gearbox class. It's designed to catch juniors from 9 to 14-year-olds. Basically, it's a catch-all. We've got 4 different types of class of bikes in here. You've got the GP50 and the GP70 classes, which are 2-strokes, and then you've got the junior gearbox 114 and 25 classes, which are traditional 4-stroke bikes. They all score different points. They race together but score different points. But as you can see, the class is really growing strong now. This is probably our biggest growing class.
Well, and this, as I say, as we're looking at these, Adam Hartgrove and Alderson, brilliant style as they go through. This really has, and I know we've talked about it on previous episodes, but if this is viewers turning in to see this for the first time, this has got to be a brilliant breeding ground for future road race stars. I mean, these guys have really got some fantastic style there. And we look at number 9 there just going through, Charlie Atkins, really got it down low.
Yeah, I mean, as you can see, they're really developing the proper styles for this, which are only going to go on to help them in bigger and future classes. As you can see, we've got the traditional GP sort of style bikes here alongside with the pit bikes. Traditionally, there's not a lot between them. You've got most of the bikes out there at the moment at the front. There's 2-strokes, which are slightly faster. But you've got little Charlie Atkins there, number 9, on his junior gearbox 140 bike. You can see he's not losing out to any of them. He's a lad to watch for the future.
It certainly is brilliant style as we're watching Atkins go through. Just watching through that S's there. And he's been hounded by number 19, James Alderson, who we've already seen take a win in the mini motor class. And Alderson, a very accomplished young rider as well. So that's those 3 going through with Adam Hartgrove leading. Then we're looking for the first of our pit bike class riders coming through, 119, Charlie Hurons. Then he's got number 26, Will Lathrop, just going through, and Brandon Payne, who we've also seen. And as I say, because we say we've seen them already, a lot of these riders do multiple classes with your series.
Yeah, and because we allow people to run a second class at a cheaper rate, it means that some of the junior riders can get excellent value for money, or senior riders for that matter, by doing one of the mini moto classes and then also one of the junior gearbox classes.
Great stuff there as we now look at Adam Hartgrove, 226, your race leader. So Adam Hartgrove just going through. Big lead there. Camera's getting there. It's the lead going through. Back marker going through. Alderson looks like he's made that move. So that looks like Alderson has made the move. Atkins down into 3rd. Now they are riding 4 individual awards in this class, in this race anyway else.
Yeah, they are. As you can see, you've got, as I said before, you've got 4 different classes, so they're all scored separately but do race together.
And Hartgrove there leading the GP70 class. Alderson also in the GP70 class. Now Charlie Atkins will be in the junior gearbox 140s. Now he'll be leading that one ahead of Will Lathrop and Charlie Hurons out there. And Hartgrove just getting through some back markers. The back markers trying to give him a bit of a race there as he came through. 226 Hartgrove, and it is coming, I should imagine, going to be checkers flag this time around. So Hartgrove takes the win in the GP70s. In the junior gearbox it'll be Atkins, Aidan Greenshaw in the junior gearbox 125s, Brandon Payne in the GP50s.
So I'm here with Aaron Evans. Aaron, I've heard this is your 2nd ever race. That's crazy. Tell me how your day's going.
All right. Bit of a crash there, but apart from that, really enjoying it. It's beginners, isn't it? You've got to get better and work your way up. You can't really go out and win, obviously, first time, but yeah, enjoying it.
Other than that, though, do you like the track?
Yeah, I went to Stretton. The other one was Stretton. I'm enjoying this one a lot more. Bit open, bit quicker, yeah.
So you prefer this racetrack? a lot more than others?
Yeah, a lot more. The other one was a bit tight and a bit windy, and I didn't do so well there. But I'm enjoying today, really enjoying it.
Have you got any predictions for how you're going to get on for the rest of the day?
I'm just doing it for a bit of fun today. I think I crashed a lot the other day, so this one's just confidence building a bit, you know, getting into it, learning how to corner a bit better and just enjoying myself. So
away we go now. This is the pit bike 160s there. Somebody getting the front end right up into the air there. Let's have a look as they lead the charge up towards us. It's going to be that lime green machine of 114. Richie Turner, by the looks of it, is. It certainly is. Matt Bolsover in second place. Edmund Best there in third. Martin Cockayne in fourth. John Bolsover, or Old Man Bolsover, that's Matt's father there. Mick Lord there up there as well. Tom Whedon, Lee Weston, Scott Larkin, Aaron Lord, Martin Taylor, Paul Ward, Ian Norman and Richard Rice. As Richard Turner leads that charge down towards us, really hotting up at the front. But let's just talk about this class now, because this really is a pit bike class now we're looking at.
Yeah, this is one of our stock pit bike classes, is stock 160. By stock we mean you can't do anything with the engine and the tube at all as they come out of the box, which means you've got very, very close non-checkbook racing.
We talk about non-checkbook racing, but a lot of these riders, I mean, you have got some guys out there who do compete in the big bike classes, so they're starting to really take it seriously. I mean, let's just talk now about Edmund Best, number 21X, is currently sitting in third position in there. I mean, what's he riding in the big bikes?
Well, Ed rides in the Thunder Cup 125 championship. In fact, he's had quite a few podiums, or certainly podiums this year. He's as you can see there, he's got a fantastic style, and he's a bright hope for the future for Britain.
And there, literally as we speak, he's now moved up into second place, and you can see that style that Alan was talking about, and he's closing down on our race leader Richie Turner. Matt Bolsover also starting to move up. There's Martin Cockayne going through. Let's get a better long shot, and you can see Edmund Best is right onto the rear wheel of Richie Turner. Matt Bolsover there in third. I think we've got Cockayne there in fourth position. That's the order as they go through at the minute. Hard to tell with the other guys because all our camera shots there, just everyone's going away from us. But we're also looking for John Bolsover out there, which is Matt's dad. Mick Lord, Tom Whedon and Lee Weston. Scott Larkin out there and Aaron Lord, so a bit of a vested interest for you. Oh, and our race leader Edmund Best now just going past Richie Turner. Richie Turner trying to come back at him, but the better line there for Edmund Best. But I'll just say a bit of a vested interest for you in this one there, because two of yours out there.
Yeah, two of my sons out there, Aaron and Mick. There's Mick coming through now. Just missed him. And you've also got Mark Cockayne there, who's teammate of Mick's and Aaron's in the Monster Pro team.
I mean, obviously, because you're up in the race control on the day, you're out there watching them. Do you start shouting them and cheering them along as you're out there?
Of course not.
So there you go, lads. And Martin Cockayne, obviously those two battling away there, just slowing them up slightly, and that allowed Martin Cockayne to close onto the rear wheel as well. So it's battle for second, third and fourth, really hotting up as Edmund Best, your race leader, pulling away slightly. Richie Turner and Matt Bolsover, and we're coming to the closing stage of this one as well, so Matt Bolsover needs to make that move. Martin Cockayne really starting to bunch up, so nothing at all between. You can see that battle second, third and fourth there as they go through. John Bolsover coming through a little bit further back, coming towards the closing stages there. The camera just following what our back marker that here comes through. Our race leader Edmund Best will take the win.
So I'm here with Jake Shepherd. Jake, how have your previous races been going?
They've been going good. I've only had one DNF, so we're doing well. We've had a little problem today, but we sorted it.
So is that in practice? Your practice didn't go very well?
Yeah, the throttle cable snapped, but we've changed it over and we're all ready to go to qualify.
So away we go then. Our next race up on the card is the Pit Bike Open. This is Group B. Obviously a big full grid, so we split this one this weekend, Alan?
Yep. Again, we had big entries on this one, so we split them. A couple of people who did not start in this one, so we were down to about 11 and 12 on the grid, but we did originally have 15, 16.
And as they literally come towards us, Martin Taylor is 39 leading the charge, Tom Lewis 83, Jake Shepherd there and Ian Norman, that's your top four. 83 Tom Lewis starting to put that pressure on early though, right onto the rear wheel of Martin Taylor. Well, we've been talking about the various different classes, healthy grids as well, and your plans for next year. But obviously, it doesn't just stop at the end of this championship season as well. What are the plans for the winter?
We run a winter championship as well, normally 4 or 5 rounds, usually between Whitton Mill and Stretton, but we are looking at some of the other circuits now. It's really to give people somewhere to ride during the winter. We get an awful lot of BSB riders come along in the winter and join us and have a bit of fun. It's also a good way to keep their eye in.
I was going to say, because I mean, we've already seen a couple of riders, Thunder Sport riders, and we have got even here today a couple of riders who do British Superbike. They're taking it more seriously now, and they're obviously looking at it as a good way of winter training.
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing with pit biking and the mini bike championships are the fact it's not that serious. I mean, you can take it as serious as you want. And a lot of the BSB guys do turn up, or not just BSB, Thunder Cup, or should we say big bike riders, come along. At first it's just a laugh, and then they realise that, to be at the front, you got to be on your game. Because there's a lot of good talent out there, and they then start to take it a little bit more seriously. But as you say, it's a good training ground and good winter training for good guys.
So that is right there, as sure as all the viewers will agree. We are seeing some brilliant racing, and another good battle starting to erupt now at the front of this field. 39 Martin Taylor, he's being hounded by number 83 Tom Lewis. Tom Lewis, you can see him just switching around, trying to find a way through. So then we've got Jake Shepherd there in 3rd position. And looks like Lewis trying to look down on the inside now. I'm just going to see who we've got in 4th position. We've got the Honey Monster there in 4th position. So our race leader coming down. The rear end just getting a little bit skitty there. Martin Taylor. Tom Lewis just losing a bit of ground on him there at the halfway point in this race. So your race leader, 39, Martin Taylor, come down towards us. Tom Lewis in 2nd. And it is number 17, Norman Honey Monster, going through there. Robbie Smith also out there, 58. Also looking for Lola Stacey, one of our young lady riders out there. Mark Evans, Dennis Latham, Alex Turner, Richard Bacon and Mark Hancock's. But the battle we're watching at the moment, Lewis is back up onto the rear wheel and going very wide. And looking, Norman's going to have to do some grass tracking down there, but he's doing everything he can to take that line away. And it looks like Tom Lewis now, your new race leader. Well, it looked like he was almost going to run out of circuit there. This is a really accessible form of motorsport, and as you can see, the riders having a great time there as we look for our leader, Tom Lewis. It should be checkers this time, so Tom Lewis takes the win from Martin Taylor. Jake Shepherd will take 3rd, Ian Norman will take 4th.
Hiya, so I'm here with Storm Stacey. So Storm, the last round you had a bit of issues with your bike, it broke down, but you still managed to get the overall. Are you really happy about that, and how are you going to take that into the next race?
Well, obviously I did well in the last one, so we'll try and... My mechanics built the bike, all new parts and everything, and hopefully it should be a good race today.
So blasting off, away we go. We're now looking at Pit Bike Open, Group A, Race 2. Here at Wilton Mill, let's see who we get the charge up towards our camera position. 36, Dean Brown. It is there, Edmund Best, Storm Stacey, trying to look up on the inside. Also Ben Lord there and John Bolsover. Good grid out there, 16 riders out there in this one. Leading the charge though, it's Dean Brown. Edmund Best there in 2nd place. 79, Storm Stacey. Ben Lord there as well. Then John Bolsover. And looking to see who we've got behind John Bolsover going through. Number 18, it is going to be Chris Fabian. Jordan Concannon there as well. Alan Brownlee, Weston, Joe King, Barry Prue, Ben Robson, Ryan Clark, Gary McQueen, Martin Pascoe and Clint Dixon. Those are your runners out there in this race at the moment. And it looks like Storm Stacey on the move ahead of Edmund Best. So Storm Stacey just moving now. It's starting to close down on 36, Dean Brown. And one of our younger riders in this one as well, Storm Stacey. I mean, because we're talking about this being, it's an adult class, but I mean, the Storm quite one of the younger riders out there.
Yeah, Storm has proved himself throughout the year and through the winter series. He took part starting from the back of the grid with the bib on, and obviously we got permission from the other riders to allow him to do so. And he's come on, and he's now racing out in Spain and some of the CV Cup and what have you. And as you can see, he's a very confident rider now.
I mean, that is, I mean, we've spoke about the youth classes, but I mean, there is room for them to move through and develop as they go along.
Oh, well, yeah, of course. I mean, we're having a bit of a change around of some of the regs and ages next year to try and accommodate that a little bit easier, so that some of the smaller or younger riders can come up and play where they're capable of doing so, play with some of the senior riders just to help bring them on.
Because it is something we're seeing in the adult classes at Grand Prix and the British Superbike as well. We are seeing riders at 15 years of age now starting to come through.
Yeah, I mean, I can't comment on what ages they are at the championships. In other championships, I don't know, but I do know here that we start the senior class from 14. Storm is 12, but he fits well within that body. You can see he's more than capable of cutting it. I mean, it's Dean Brown who races in the British Superbike Championship. As you can see, he's keeping up with him and staying with him.
He certainly is. Great little style there, and as I say, Dean Brown, 36, your current race leader, riding in the British Superbike, and under pressure from Storm Stacey, number 79. Edmund Best there, number 21. X just going through in third position. Then we should be looking for 48 Ben Lord. John Bolsover behind him. Chris Fabian 18. If we haven't had any changes as they go through, that was still him there. And look at Storm Stacey, the young rider. He's really taking the challenge to Dean Brown at the moment. So Dean Brown cannot afford to relax at all, because 79, looked like we had a rider just go off the side of the track there. It looked like Edmund Best had just disappeared. He just went really wide then. He was so low then, I thought he just slid out then. But Dean Brown down towards us. Edmund Best just coming through in third. A bit of a gap then before John Bolsover coming through. Ben Lord as well, 48, just going through. Just ahead of him. Chris Fabian as well, 18. No changes on those riders at all. Jordan Concannon in 7th position. Aaron Brown in 8th. Lee Weston and Jay King rounding out the top 10. But it looks like we're going to have a change at the front. Unbelievably, Storm Stacey has just managed to find a gap there past Dean Brown and squeeze through. And a bit of a wave there from Dean Brown. Too sure that was about. Thought he was remonstrating about something. But it is Storm Stacey, your race leader, from Dean Brown. Edmund Best in 3rd, Ben Lord in 4th. John Bolsover in 5th position now. So Storm Stacey having his way down. Well, as we was talking with Alan earlier, great style he has got developing. Really got his head down there. Dean Brown in 2nd place, starting to pull away as well slightly. And we're coming towards the closing stage of this as well, so this could be a win for Storm Stacey as they come around, barring any incidents. And Dean Brown slowing down there, so whether he knows it's got it comfortably. 2nd, so Storm Stacey punches the air. Dean Brown wheelies across the line. Edmund Best will come in 3rd. Ben Lord will finish 4th.
So I'm here with Rich Spires. So I've heard you're the championship leader. How does that feel?
Yeah, it's good. It's definitely good to be winning. We're up there. The few boys are faster boys like Rich Owen Williams. He's definitely coming through. Jim, my teammate, he's 2nd. So hopefully we can hold it off as a team, and we'll do well up there, I hope.
So blasting off now, we're back with Minimoto machines. This is the senior production class. Blasting down to the first turn. It is going to be Richard Holmes 126. Looks like the Dayglow orange helmet of Lewis Wilkinson there in 2nd position. Harris up there, Jim Snow, Richard Spears there as well, Connor Bolsover, Andy Whedon. So back with the Minimotos. Difference in the classes with this one, aren't?
Well, this is senior production, which is the air-cooled class. As we've said before, in both the junior and senior, we run a air-cooled class and a production class. These are 40cc water-cooled engines, 2-stroke engines, similar-sized bikes to the air-cooled on the seniors, but these obviously rev to a higher level and have a higher output and they're therefore faster machines. Some of the guys riding both classes, and you see Richard Spears there rides in both.
Some of them getting some great speed down past our camera there. Little battle developing there between Howarth and 69. Connor Bolsover, I think it was there, just battling away. Richard Spears just ahead of Jim Snow as they go through our camera position. So up towards our camera, it's going to be Richard Holmes, Lewis Wilkinson, Richard Spears there, then Jim Snow, then Will Howarth, 96 there. I think that's Connor Bolsover battling away with it. Hard to make out the numbers there. So the battle at the front of the field. Lewis Wilkinson just can't seem to find that momentum to get past Richard Holmes at the front. down towards us. Richard Spears just ahead of Jim Snow. Harris going through there, ahead of Bolsover, I think it is. As I say, some great speed shots of our camera right by the side of the circuit there. Richard Holmes coming through. Richard Holmes, though, is starting to pull away slightly from Wilkinson, coming towards the closing stage of this as well now. So you can see that gap starting to increase there from Richard Holmes and Wilkinson down towards our camera. Richard Spears coming through in third. Jim Snow there in fourth. I think it is Bolsover now ahead of Will Harris. The blue machine on Bolsover. But here they come, just looking down. I think it's going to be Checkers this time as they come through. 126. Richard Holmes comes through, looks over his shoulders. And there goes the Checkers. Richard Holmes takes a win. Lewis Wilkinson takes second. Richard Spears takes third. And Jim Snow will take fourth.
So I'm here with Graham Reynolds. Graham, how are you getting on today?
Not too good. It was wet this morning and I haven't got any wets, so we missed practice. We've just been out and done qualifying, which went okay-ish. So we'll wait and see. Hopefully.
So you don't think that missing the practice is going to affect the races today?
No, because I wouldn't have learnt anything. As long as it stays dry, I'm all right. If it rains, I haven't got any chance.
So I'm here with Michael Reynolds. Michael, how have you got on today?
Slowly.
Do you hope that it'll pick up throughout the day?
Yeah, as long as it doesn't rain, I'll be okay. But saying that, I've got a nasty habit of falling off when it's dry, so we'll see what becomes.
But on a whole, do you like this track?
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, fantastic.
So away we go then, our riders blasting towards the first turn. This is Pit Bike 140 Group B, a massive entry for this class. Let's have a look at our first race leaders. It's 333, Scott Grant leading the charge from Tom Lewis, Paul Ward, Nathan Gander there, Jim Snow, Jake Shepherd. Now, 21 riders in the Group B class on this island, so a huge grid this weekend for this class.
Yeah, we've got a couple of did not starts as well for some reason with the mechanical faults, but I think we had 45 or 48 entries in for the Pit Bike 140 for this race, and as you can see, we split them up based on qualifying times, and this, believe it or not, is the slower group. It doesn't look it, does it?
It certainly doesn't. They really are giving us some great race action in a minute. Scott Grant is your current race leader at the moment. Tom Lewis is trying everything he can to squeeze his way past. As I say, Nathan Gander, 32 up there, Jim Snow and Jake Shepherd at the end of the closing lap. Very, very tight there. Paul Ward, number 14, stuck in the middle of that sandwich there. Now, we've talked about some of the bigger classes, and obviously the 160s, a lot of tuning goes on these. This is probably one of the most accessible classes.
Well, actually, the 160 is a stock class as well. You meant the open class is a tuned class, but yeah. This Pit Bike Stock 140 and Pit Bike Stock 160 are the most accessible classes to get into. There's no tuning whatsoever. None of the go faster bits will make you go any quicker on a stock engine, not on these things. So, and as I said before, early on in the programme, with the introduction of the dyno next year, you will be, on a bike that's very, very similar to the guys sitting next to you without spending much money at all.
And great tight racing it is as well, because we're just looking 45 Jim Snow there. He's all over the rear wheel. I think 32 Nathan Gander. So those two having an incredible battle there. So Jake Shepherd as well, also sandwiched there. There's our race leader, 333 there. Scott Grant still there at the moment. 14 now just coming through. Paul Ward, he's got a right battle on his hands at the moment. Everybody trying to push his way through. Jim Snow there, in the white leathers, in fourth position, working his way up through the leaderboard. Lewis now your new race leader. Grant down into second place. And as I say, Jim Snow has really been on the move. He's trying everything he can at the moment. I think he's battling away with Jake Shepherd there. 32, sorry, it is Nathan Gander. So Nathan Gander is now under pressure from Jim Snow, as Lewis starting to check out slightly. So Tom Lewis, your race leader. Nathan Gander, Scott Grant, sorry, 333 in second position. The rest of the field comes screaming through there. But there it is, 32, Nathan Gander under a lot of pressure. Jim Snow looking for any way past at the moment. Race leader down over the far side of the circuit, Tom Lewis. Very comfortable, starting to stretch that lead as well at the moment. So, I mean, the 140s, I mean, we talk about it, really competitive class. So, I mean, we've talked about the cost. What would be the price to get a 140 machine?
Well, you could pick up a second-hand motocross version for about 600 quid and probably, convert it for about £200 or £300 on top of that. Or you can buy a race-ready, brand-new bike for about anywhere between £1,000 to £1,200. As you'll see in the A-class group of this class, the top three of the top five riders are riding stock bikes, but they're all stock, I mean, literally brand new Monster Pro bikes, which are range from about, I'd say, the guy in fifth is running one at costing about £1,200, and the guy who's winning the championship at the moment again is running a £1,200 bike, a stock class.
I mean, the standard of racing out there is unbelievable for the money, ladies and gentlemen. So we will put on the next race, give the website address so you can have a check it out for yourself. Get involved with this sport, because if you're a petrol head out there, this is a very easily accessible form of motorsport to get involved with. Well, Jim Snow, he's doing everything he can at the moment. We are coming towards the closing stages at the moment. It's Scott Grant under a lot of pressure, and there goes Jim Snow. Jim Snow into second place, number 45. Well, we could see he was trying everything he could. He was really looking for those different lines, found a great line through on the inside there. Scott Grant just couldn't have any answer at all. Nathan Gander still there in fourth place. Jake Blackwell in fifth. Jake Shepherd, number 46, has dropped down into sixth position. Paul Ward in seventh position. As we come round towards the checkers, it's going to be a comfortable win now for number 83, Tom Lewis. He's looking over his shoulder as he came through that second turn. Punches the air. Tom Lewis will take the win. Jim Snow will take second. Scott Grant will take third.
Hi, so I'm here with Dean Brown. Dean, you usually do the Superbike series. What brings you here today?
To be fair, this year we've not done many rounds. The good thing about this is it's not checkbook racing. You race the big bikes and it's who's got the most money, and you can't really compete without the money. And with this, if you've got a few quid in an average person's wage, you can compete and you can be competitive for very little money. Really enjoy it.
So what do you think of the track today?
The track's good. Hopefully the weather stays dry. It keeps drizzling and you don't know what to do at the minute, the weather, but when it's dry, I enjoy it. It's my local track, so hopefully we can get some wins.
So here we go then, the final race of the show. Pit Bike 140, Group A. Huge grid in this one, blasting down towards the first turn. 48, Ben Lord, it is leading the charge. Dean Brown, 36 there in second position. Martin Cocaine just coming up on the inside, number 33. Chris Fabian, number 18. And then Ben Bailey, number 28. A lot of pushing and shoving as they go through there. But we've had the change already. Dean Brown now into the lead. Ben Lord down into second position. So Dean Brown, your new race leader. Ben Lord there in second position. Martin Cocaine in third. Ben Bailey now moving up into fourth position. Relegating Chris Fabian down into fifth. And Ben Lord coming back down on the inside of Dean Brown, but Dean Brown just getting a better line to sweep through into that corner. It's great action here, as we've seen in all the races, and I'm sure if you're an armchair fan and you've been watching this and we've been giving you bits of information to how easy it is to get involved, I'm going to quickly pass you back to Alan, because this is the final race. Give us a recap, Alan, because it's a brilliant sport. You've got a winter championship coming up. Let's just tell the viewers again how they can get stuck involved.
Right, Paul, well, as you see, the pit bikes and the mini motos or the mini bike championships are really taking off. The grids are huge. If you want to get involved, come along and watch one of the meetings. If you go on our website, www.nmrrc.co.uk, there's a how to get started page there, and also a full calendar. So you're welcome to come along and meet the crew, meet the team, meet the organisers, have a chat, speak to the guys in the paddock. It's a very friendly paddock. And if you're interested in taking part in the winter series as well, we will be announcing that very shortly, the dates for those. Again, it will be very competitively priced, between £15 and £59 per entry.
And there you go, ladies and gentlemen, and it really is worth checking out that website and coming along, because if you're watching this, the racing looks fast, furious and serious, but the paddock atmosphere, it's great. These guys are really having fun, and it really is a fantastic economic way of getting involved in motorsport. Dean Brown, the British Superbike rider at the moment, taking it very seriously there. Ben Lord in second place. Ben Lord under a bit of pressure now. Ben Bailey, 28, trying to find a way down through on the inside, but Ben Lord just holding the line there, just slamming the door in his face. But Ben Lord really cannot afford to relax, because Ben Bailey and Martin Cockayne really are putting the pressure on. Look at Ben Bailey switching that line drastically there, trying to switch down towards the inside. But Ben Lord controlling that place there. So Dean Brown, your race leader, he's just starting to pull away slightly there. That battle for second place really raging now. Ben Bailey is climbing all over his rear wheel. So Ben Lord has got a right battle royal on his hands at the moment. Martin Cockayne got a fantastic view of it there in fourth place. Just watching it unfold in front of him. Richard Holmes there, 126 that we've seen out there in a previous race also. James Blackburn, Scott Larkin, number 8, Nick Lord, Curtis Wright out there, Jay King, Kieran Woolhouse, Ryan Clark, Aaron Brown, and a special mention to Barry Prue there, making the A-class final in this one, Ben.
Yeah, he'll be really pleased with that, showing that the old buggers still have a bit of fight in them.
I called you Ben then, actually. Ben Lord, your son out there, getting carried away with the race action that was going out there. I'm sorry about that. And there is Ben Lord, still being hounded all the way by Ben Bailey. Dean Brown, your race leader, just at the front. Ben Bailey using every inch of this circuit, trying to find a way past Ben Lord, but Ben Lord holding that line. Martin Cockayne there in third. Richard Holmes up there, 126. Chris Fabian. We're coming towards the closing stages of this one at the moment. So Dean Brown, Ben Lord has just got to hold that position now. Over the far side of the circuit, could it be checkers this time around as they come work their way around? Dean Brown, Ben Lord in second, Ben Bailey in third, Martin Cockayne in fourth. Richard Holmes should have moved his way up into fifth position. Chris Fabian in sixth, and James Blackburn in seventh position. So 36, Dean Brown pads his way down towards us. This should be the checker flag this time around. Ben Lord still sitting there in second place, unless Ben Bailey can make a last-ditch effort. Look at Ben Bailey trying everything he can. Here they go at the checkers. Dean Brown will take the win. Ben Lord will take second. Ben Bailey will take third. Martin Cockayne will take fourth.
Hope you've enjoyed all the action here at the National Mini Bike Road Racing Championship at Wilton Mill. This has been an RPM Action Sports presentation.